Alright, I'm actually back on a real computer. We'll be ending like 30 minutes early today. Because, well, Trent has to go, and I actually probably shouldn't be raiding. I should probably sleep, but I don't really give a shit. I'll sleep when I'm dead. But, yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I have to wake up tomorrow at like 5 a.m. I haven't fucking slept like much at all. We'll be good. Make sure to eat snaky snacks. Alright. First one never counts. And eventually, once you get far enough, the first one until you get to Brute Justice Crusader doesn't count. Was that Pain?
That was mine. It was 25.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We go all in liquid. Oh, that was just parting.
No, I didn't. We ideally want to meet up in the middle. I didn't move in time.
We go all
on liquid.
Okay, we can second for Elena. We're getting there on consistency, so. Oh no! No, I didn't.
Fortunately, it was at like the perfect time, so it didn't cause anything to go wrong. The snapshot for when it decides that you're gonna get hit by a Protean is very weird. It's like
Yeah, you get a feel for that for a little bit. Let me look. So
It
boom.
feels random almost. Like sometimes you'll move out at literally the last possible second and not get hit. Sometimes you will move out 3 seconds early and get hit.
Wait, are you wondering why you didn't get hit there? You weren't in far enough. It looks like. Let me look at this. Let me look just a sec. I'm having trouble with fucking pausing for some reason. Look at this. So you're wondering why it didn't hit you? You can move in faster once you see the orange. Once you see the orange circle, you can move in. First of all, the Protean from the tornado has already baited. It just doesn't necessarily show it. And then
It looks like it might have also just been.
no, the prop Suvin didn't move out in time either.
Yes, Suvin just barely didn't move out.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean when I say it's like, it's about a second before, or like half a second before the Protean actually goes off that it decides you're gonna get hit.
Well, I mean, yeah, you could have probably been there earlier. You can also go in further just to be safe, into the hitbox, and then he probably should have moved out a little bit earlier as well. But he also it's kind of he's playing he has to kind of play some risk because he needs to keep hitting the boss because the damage check definitely exists still.
I can't really tell if I should move as soon as the slice comes or if I should wait one GCD and then move, because I've done it both ways. I can play it safe, but
yeah, I don't know. I mean, we can just feel it out. Eventually, a lot of the timings won't seem as crazy because you'll just be used to them.
What?
I don't know if that was a little bit too close to north trend. I'm not sure. I couldn't really see. Yeah, it's if you go too far close to north, which is where Doe's baiting is. It's like too far in should be fine as long as you're in the right angle. But the closer you are to being in the wrong angle, just by like 1 pixel. So that's all right. Killed it. All on liquid. You gotta bring them together. Alright, 1, 2, 5, 6, face north.
For the wrong side.
Yeah, that's right.
60 to death.
Just as a general thing that I'm noticing, you can. Most of us can be a lot further up than you think you can.
What, in terms of you want to be right behind the
explosion? An
explosion?
explosion go off, like the moment the animation happens, the front half of that is safe. So
Yes.
as soon as you see the explosion, you want to immediately run to the far edge of that pizza slice. It's
Yeah,
right
you
in
don't
this
want to be
corner.
lagging behind because he causes you to lag already when he does his dashes and stuff.
Yeah, that would have been 1, 2, 5, 6 north. fucking move.
Is it just a fast, not quite 25 or something?
No, the hand was on top of the doll, so it was just.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sometimes he just likes to stop, like a dick.
My Evoke went off super late, and we didn't have time to move before the Buster.
My movement there is also really weird. Like, my GCD didn't roll, and then it like threw off my entire rhythm with getting across the map.
I mean, if I do my part right, your movement winds up not affecting that because before you even cross halfway through the room, I've already broken.
Gotcha.
I can't look at myself. I don't know what's going on right now. I need to try something.
This is like the ultimate muscle memory phase, so this is like eventually you just kind of get used to it, but it takes a while. Especially that tank Vulcan shit is a pain in the dick. I've done it before.
The dolls also do not make anything easy there.
No, dude, tab targeting there sucks.
Yeah, that's why I'm... Right now I am making a macro to try and deal with it.
You're gonna make it like, you could probably do like Shiro's target or something?
I use I mean, as soon as the hand spawns usually, I focus target it right away.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just I made a macro to focus target. So easy.
On liquid. Alright.
Okay.
They're up. Trent. Gonna get 3 and 4 get. Whoop. Yeah, we were way behind there. You were too far up. No. So, I don't know which one you were on. I didn't see who that was with me. If that was,
5 and 6.
Oh, you're talking about 5 and 6. Okay.
Yeah, we were going to the cliff.
Yeah, but that's also the other people need to make sure that they are further up, right? You want to be taking the explosion should be right in front of your face when you take your slash. You'll get used to it. Like we're doing much better. We were pretty much in our groups that time, which is good. That's like the first step is being able to quickly identify which group you're supposed to be in, and then remember that the first people will be on the lights, the other ones will be outside.
Yeah, I went north by accident with 3, and then when I readjusted, I ended up way too far back. Yeah.
I mean, it's important. It's an iterative process. That's good. I think I'll go on living with it now. Alright, look north. 5, 6 north. And then west. Let's go off. 1, 5, 6. Going. Turn, you want to be right behind Sai. Next one's a fake. 1. Sai, you don't want to be here. Yeah.
We were too slow.
Okay. Suvin backpacking. Go mid for heals. Mid for heals. Whatever, we made it to phase 2!
Let's go.
We are at Trumpet Prog. Let's go.
Yeah.
I love trumpets. This is so cool.
Holy shit! You have Alpha Nisi. You got this. You have this. Chakrams? There's gonna be 2 chakrams. You're gonna bait them. Just dodge them. Just go where they weren't. They bait right where you were. Oh, I thought you had it. I thought you had the whole phase. Little disappointed there you didn't make it further. Just because the auto attacks hurt, I guess? I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's literally just all it is.
Oh, I know it was. The auto attacks there chunk the fucking tanks. I'm surprised Elena made it as far as she did. I thought you were going to die instantly.
Yeah, that went on way longer than I was expecting.
Yeah, I thought that it was like, because they do the first one, like, Brute starts attacking and then there's a whirlwind. I thought the whirlwind was like, for sure. But, so good job so far on Limit Cut. Like, and I know we didn't really make it through, but like, we were kind of in the right places. At least the 4 that were near us. I didn't see the other. No, did you see your side? Was it decent?
Yeah, we were fine. I think we got a bit behind on the 5 and 6. We got one pizza slide behind.
And the thing is, remember, after you take your hit on the lights, that's your cue to go over to the side and follow on the side.
Mm-hmm. You were winning, but I think we were a bit behind because we got. I got distracted. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Push on the middle, what's happening or not. I need to be more aware of that.
And then for the healers, when after 7 and 8, you have a little bit of time, but not much to heal everyone up for that J kick.
I think that has switch cast.
My recommendation, when I did this, I put a soil in the middle. You can't do that because you're Sage. You might get Caracal on us once we're all together. But I would do that, and then I actually Swift Suckered, but you don't have to Swift Cast because, Alana, you get to cheat because you're Sage. But I would Swift Sucker and do an Indom. And the same thing with Utrin. I know like people will get mad at you on like the balance. If you use a size there for healing, it's not necessarily a bad thing. At least until you get used to it. But maybe you could probably just like Swift Medica 2 into a Lily or something. That might be better. And I don't even know if you want it to be Medica 2. I don't know. Or maybe you might just want it to be a Cure 3.
Maybe a Medica 2 at the beginning before we split. And
yeah, we definitely want pre-shields. So that way our hit points are just higher in general. And then a Medica 2. The problem is the 7 and 8. They're going to be low at the end. The Medica 2 doesn't really help the 7 and 8, right?
Yeah, they need to go fast into the center.
So, I just have a quick question. How do you feel about the damage during second Peridians? Because if we're comfortable with it, I could move my what's it called? I could move my shake to limit cut.
You mean like you use it at the end or something?
Either at the end or even.
I wouldn't use it at the beginning because 15 seconds isn't going to hit everyone. Because shake is super low duration.
I use it at the end.
Yeah, you could use it at the end. That's a pretty good use. If you use it at the end, you could use it pretty early in this phase as well.
Yeah, there's and there's no like tank mechanics early in True Justice, so I could even throw Raw into it. And
yeah, I mean the first. I think Flare Thrower is the first real tank damage that's going out. The autos fucking hurt, just so you know. You'll probably want to space out like a Rampart, maybe not a 30% because I don't know if it'll be up for double Rocket Punch. But double Rocket Punch actually isn't all that scary even.
I'll probably Thrill at least like towards the beginning.
Yeah. You might be able to use, I forgot the timeline, but you might be able to use Rampart near the beginning for some of the autos. I will say this, your hit points don't matter that much though, as long as you don't die at the beginning, because we're all going to go to 1 hit point from Photon anyway. So like if you mitigate a bunch of damage, but your hit points would have been greater than 1, it doesn't matter, right? Yeah, healers like that tank damage in this fight.
It's lovely.
It's so much.
Is it worse than Dragon Song?
I mean, I didn't heal Dragon Song, but I would say yes.
I think in terms of autos, it's worse.
Oh, yeah.
But Dragon Song tank busters. Oh, man.
I mean, on the outside looking in, it is easy for me to say because I didn't fucking heal it. I think Dragon Song is a pretty low healing ultimate.
Yeah,
every morning I wake up.
On phase 6 is just very boring.
Tank remuneration.
But it's also easy. Yeah, it's easy to say that as the tank to be like, oh, this wouldn't be that hard.
DSR as a healer is just sleepy mode until you get to Double Dragon.
Then it sucks.
Yes.
And Aquaborn edges suck.
No, I did my GCD.
Try not shaking this.
Go on with it now. Alright, everyone look north. We'll have to stop here. Okay, go.
You're in front side. You were in front of me side. You were
5.
Oh, you were. Shit. Sorry. Oh. Yeah, my bad.
It's all good.
Well, I was in 6 years. They thingy.
Limits are in fact being cut.
Oh, come on. You're really not.
All on liquid. Look towards A.
Wait, I'm 1. Shit.
Yep.
I killed you with 1. I thought it was 8. I thought it was 8. You must. Oh. I think I jump and someone jumped behind me and I saw an 8 in front of me.
I think I was on the wrong side.
My bad, sorry.
I have just like a minute to check this toolbox, make sure I got everything right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I think I got it.
Did you say you're good?
Yeah.
Whoa, the macro makes this case a breeze. I take it back.
Yeah, it was lower health than people. I'm doing the same thing, but sometimes it just, nope. 26, 27, 25. I'm gonna try and save 25 gauge to just spend on it there if I realize as soon as possible that it's not enough. It might make that never happen again.
I'll go on liquid. Oh, wow, that was...
I used Bahamut, sorry. 6 seconds here.
Things wrong here. Woo! Oh wait, I'm fucking dumb. Right. Forgot about the break.
Middle one. I usually just say.
Don't worry, we'll get used to it. I mean, you'll get used to, like, everyone will have their own way of kind of like seeing which one's theirs. Like, you might want to jump. Maybe you always go to the left. Maybe you always go to the right or whatever. I think another way is like you look like straight down or something. I'm not sure if that actually works. I think you can save Bahamut. It depends. I mean, you might have Phoenix right back up. Depends on your skill speed.
For the beginning of the
for Brute Justice and Brute Chaser, you're talking about?
Yeah. I might have it, because I did, like, wait a lot. I will use it this time. We can skip some mechanics if I do it. How it goes.
I mean, he did like 1% of his fucking HP.
Yeah. I just dump it every minute.
It depends, because like I would say generally speaking, the Brute Justice, Brute District is probably harder.
DPS check?
I think. I mean,
that's why I went to say, just in case that would happen.
That's not bad.
We did?
We'll find out.
I think we're okay.
Until you get blasted into oblivion.
Yeah, not okay.
Yeah, that's alright. Oh, one of my buddies says you can also press X on your keyboard to hide nameplates if you have trouble seeing your number.
Oh, but how do I make it permanent?
What?
How do I make it permanent? Oh, but I can do that.
Yeah, well, he's just saying like while you're in the middle waiting for your numbers.
Yeah, I will do that. I think.
That's something.
Yeah, but
Some of us controller players don't have to do that. We have to learn to be even better at the game.
Sounds like a skill issue.
Yeah.
But congratulations on clearing P8S wall.
Fuck you, we haven't.
We haven't cleared yet. Maybe tomorrow.
We're going tomorrow. We should be clearing tomorrow. If we don't, it's like I'd be very sad.
We go all down. You just need.
Oh,
I have something. I found a timeline for P8S. Both wanted. I'm making a meat shit.
I mean, I would like it just for tank.
Yeah. I really don't say like the cast, everything. Shit. Cast. Wasn't supposed to. Well, I died anyway. Doesn't matter. Watch out with the dog.
We could probably just. Unless we're
we should probably just wall it at this point.
We should, but Elena wants to get it. That's more of a moral victory. Yeah, we should. Well, basically, like, because we weren't gonna make it up for Proteans, right?
I just been working on it, but I get a bit tired just looking at the screen for a lot of time. Just.
Dude, I'm like beyond exhausted. What? Oh, my thing was. Whatever, we're good.
That's the hard part of this fight. It's gonna be the mechanic. Instead of getting this guy to fucking move.
I actually hate all of the movement for this phase. Like positioning the bosses.
We can just go to liquid now.
I'm gonna use my hammer when I get it.
Alright, everyone with north. Just kind of spread out, soft spread.
Sign.
I sneaked up, that's my bad.
Fuck!
I'm gonna die because I'm gonna get.
think we're just too slow on that side. If that was 3-7, needed to be way further up. Because the explosions were already rotating way beyond us at that point.
Yeah. Remember that if you need to catch up to them, you can actually cut the corner a little bit, right? Because you know they're rotating, so if you need to, you can, like, you know, cut in a little bit closer. You want to take the hits at the lights, but if you need to, right, the only thing you have to be careful of is when the center explosion happens. You have to be, basically this line is the safe line for the center explosion. It's actually a little bit further in, but... Yeah, I think they're the two who are taking to, what's it called?
I have an idea. I'll try it this point.
They can also either bloodbath there if they think they need to. They have some options too.
I used my second wind, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, that's like the scariest part because I think we have a tank and those two take in 2 Proteans. So they end up taking more damage than everyone else.
I think I'll have Mason up to blow. That'll help one of them.
We can all go in hand. Liquid, I mean.
Whatever we did there worked really well.
Alright, everyone face north. 1, 2, 5, 6 north and west.
Oh god.
What? Oh.
Yeah, I micro adjusted for 2, and I think it sent crews across to the other side.
Yeah. What do you mean? Oh,
Like,
yeah. So you don't want to
slightly-
be that close. You can give it a little bit of space. If you're even, and what you can do is you can actually pop sprint right before your numbers, so that even if you get a little bit far behind, you just go up after.
Yeah.
And you have to remember that after when 3 and 4 are dropping, there's one in the middle, and that's also time to catch up. So you end up having more time to catch up than you think.
Yeah, I think
As we do it more and more, it'll slow down. But
I think I was in the inner circle, and then like it angled crews to shoot at the other group.
I think that's what happened. Yeah, because I saw
you were
when,
just so close to Cruise Chaser that like you were basically right on top of the actual like center of his hitbox. So
yeah.
even if it seemed like you were behind it, you might have been at an angle.
Yeah, he actually pops up behind the person by a good amount. So you kind of want you want a decent amount of space in between. Like from Elena to me is probably good. Maybe even more actually. Maybe more like this.
I'm gonna swing my camera straight up so I can see exactly where the center of Cruz is, and then get behind that one. If I get an even.
If you're an odd number, you kind of want to pop sprint like right at the same time as knockback, so that you can just get as far forward as you possibly can.
Yeah.
Give the evens more room. And then as an even, you want to do the same thing just to have more recovery time.
Yeah, you can just stand right behind him. I mean, the big thing is just making sure that you have enough time to, what's it called? To not get caught by the explosions, but once you get used to it, it's actually not that tight of time. It just takes a long time to get used to it.
No, I target your doll instead of the hand. Oh.
Oh no! I was like, my doll died, and I was like, wait a minute, I was on the hand. Because so far, I still have yet to date killed the doll. So I was like, oh shit, did I just do it?
No.
Thank fuck.
I tap.
Happens,
I tap Living Liquid. I say, okay, if I tap again, I will target hand, so I can not fuck my rotation up. I just no. Oh. Shit.
You can just farm this way.
Oh.
That's my bad. I moved out late and then I got hit by a protein. I think it caused some weird retargeting.
win.
Oh my fucking.
I think there's on me.
Nah, it was me. I tripped myself up because I couldn't tell who I was targeting. I love this fight.
This fight's like, dude, it's so fucking... It's so punishing.
Apparently not a lot of room for error.
No, this one and the next phase are like... I guess all the phases, like, there's very little recovery, I suppose. But they aren't nearly as exact as this is.
Cascade 1.
Alright, 1, 2, 5, 6. Come on.
I'm on the wrong group. Am I? Yes, I am. Dead.
I think I'm on
I
the
learned
other side.
it here.
Oh fuck.
I'm in the wrong group.
wrong place.
5 and 6 would want to be up where I am.
I was.
I'll try to find a VOD specifically for the next week of where people go for this.
It was north south. I went.
Yeah, so
south
1,
like
2,
an
5,
idiot.
6 should have been like north and following it.
Yeah.
But you'll see like the
I-
timings and stuff. 'Cause it's more important than anything is getting the timing right. I mean, 1, 2, 5, 6, seeing that and going to the right place is also important, but that's all right. We're getting there a good amount, so.
The reprog kindergarten word count.
Also, now some of you might know why the fuck I hate when people call P2S's thing limit cut. Because that's a fucking joke compared to this. It's also an electric slide.
What do you mean? Limit cut.
Just because numbers are involved doesn't mean it's limit cut. They aren't even the same fucking numbers.
I only
Everything
like it because it's way easier to say limit cut than it is to say fucking Campios, whatever. it
No,
is.
you say electric slide. It's an electric slide mechanic.
No. It's a limit cut. There's no.
It's an electric slide. It's literally the same as electric slide. Oh, oh.
Oh, I killed my dog? Or did someone feed?
Now
I don't
that
know
we
what
got
happened
PAS,
there.
I think we should just start calling it dog.
Yeah. We call
It's literally
it.
the same mechanic.
It's a dog mechanic. I don't know. They killed my dog.
I just call
will
those
say.
stomps.
Oh, it's dog.
It's just we just call them stomps. 1 stomps, 2 gorgons, 1 gorgons, 2.
I think our entire set hates me because I like to call it grippers.
Call it what?
Grippers. Because the big visual cue for when it's dog phase is that you see his feet pop out first.
Huh.
Everything is dog. Every rat pool is a dog face. It's known. Are you shooting me? I'm not in.
On liquid. Like 1, 2, 5, 6. Nope. So 1 and 2 should have gone northeast there.
Oh, I went too fast.
Yeah, 3 should have gone southwest there.
Yeah, I was southwest.
Okay.
1 and 2 went southwest.
Yeah, 1 and 2 went southwest as well. So they should have gone northeast.
I was 3, but there was someone in front of me, so I was.
I mean, it can all be done together, but it's in some ways it's
Northeast
a lot harder.
southwest is always a little bit disorienting. Just because if you have your camera parked at true north and then you're thinking, okay, 1256 goes east, or 1256 goes left, 3478 goes right,
I
and
had
that
it
pops
like
up,
crook.
it's weird because it's flipped.
I have
Yeah.
it crook since southwest 2. I just have it looking like that. No, I don't have it like direct to the north. I just look at the north and then just get up at like crooked view.
So I do have a question on, because I know these AoEs are, they're not always east and west, right? They shift a little bit. Is that right?
Yeah, they can be anywhere. They're always across from each other, but they can be any cardinal or intra-cardinal.
I guess the problem that's on my mind that might explain why I'm going around the spot sometimes is that instead of it being east and west and not, I guess, clockwise, but just one step counterclockwise,
Yeah.
is our, I guess, was 8745 still going north in that situation? Because
No,
going
so
south?
like 1, 2, 5, 6. Like, there's basically 4 positions that the explosions can start at, right?
right.
So you just have to pick 1, 2, 5, and 6 at 4 of those. And I guess the strat that UCR landed on was from D all the way to C, basically. D clockwise to C is if the explosion is there, that's the explosion you're following if you're 1, 2, 5, 6. As opposed to 3, 4, 7, and 8, which is taking the explosion from B clockwise to here, which is southwest. Like, that's the explosion you're following, because it's always going to be in one of those 4 locations.
Honestly,
Okay.
I feel like the 1 marker is actually obstructing my vision a bit when trying to figure out the number.
I mean, we can get rid of the 1 marker is very, very optional because the 1 marker is dead center of the arena, right? That's 1, 2, 3, and 4 are specifically for literally the last mechanic in the fight.
I don't
If we
mind it
want-
being there because
Huh?
I can figure out the number. It's just
I don't mind it. I don't mind it being there. I don't mind it being taken away because if we need to, you can just say dead center of the arena.
we can leave it for now.
Okay.
If we feel like we really don't need it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it doesn't. It's not needed because I've called. You can call exotrines without that 1. You want the 2, 3, and 4. That's the ones you really need because those are like exact markers of where you should go. If it's a safe spot, basically. And exotrines aren't hard, but they're very. You can definitely die to them. And you want to minimize that because it's literally the last mechanic in the fight. I'll go on liquid. I have to wait here. And we swap out. I'm gonna die, but that's fine. Oh,
Yeah, 5-6 right up behind.
Ouch. We hear the sun.
Yeah, don't worry.
do we want to take a short break?
Sure.
Because we're gonna go for another hour and 10 minutes. We can take that 10-minute break. Kind of clear our heads. Get some soda or whatever. And then we can come back in and finish out. Because we'll have to do at least another lockout anyway, as we're doing now. But we're doing really well. I mean, we're getting there. Limit cut is a bitch of a mechanic, so this is actually going better than I thought it would, to be honest.
We've already seen trumpets.
We have met our stretch. I'm gonna make those weekly goals instead of daily because, like, A, this weekend I didn't have any time to update them anyway, and B, like, one day in between to really like study shit isn't particularly fair. To be like, oh, we're going back in fucking 20 hours. Know the next 2 things. Dude, you don't want to do Mario Kart. Trust me. I've done it, Mario Kart. It's
I
not
know,
bad.
it's annoying.
1, 2, 5. So it's different. So like Mario Kart doesn't have the fact that you have to look at your number. Like you still have to look at your number, but you already know where you're going and you can kind of sort it out later. So that has that advantage. But the disadvantage is you have to be fast.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm just fucking. I think that's the thing that Chris and the other group did.
Yes. Yeah. Evens are red, odds are blue.
Can you put down the information you said earlier about the random spawns? You said something like C to D is, I guess the 1, 2, 5, 6. Is that right?
Basically, yeah, it's west to northeast, which for our thing is going to be C to, I think it's D is up there. But like, there's only a total of 4 spawns possible, right?
Right.
East, west, northwest, and southeast, north and south, and then northeast and southwest. Because they're always across from each other and they always rotate clockwise. So whenever you're 1, 2, 5, 6, you know that you're in the north half of the arena. And then there's also, because like there's those 3 that are going to be up north, and then there's the 4th one, which is east west. And so we've just said that west is where they go. There's definitely a better way to explain this, but like literally my brain is like mush, so I feel really bad. I'm just kind of like, I'm not able to explain it right now. I probably won't be able to until next week, just because I'm just so out of everything.
No, that's fine.
Let me see. There's got to be a good mod for it, or like a.
There's like compilations of just like 30 minutes of doing limit cut, but I don't know if they match up with.
Yeah, I mean so that'll at least get the timing. But it should be in Living Liquid. It's the second one in Living Liquid. The second toolbox. It should just be just for limit cut. But
Right.
this one says it assumes that they start east-west. But all you're really doing is spinning around in a circle.
Okay.
But that's where it starts east-west, right? But if it started... Are you in that, what's it called, that toolbox?
Yeah.
If you look, the first 2 explosions can either be at steps 1, 2, 3, or 4. Any of those are legitimate starting spots, right? And then they just rotate clockwise. And there's always the 4 explosions, with the 5th one being center. But any of those are starting spots in steps 1, 2, 3, and 4. Any of those can be the potential starting spots, and you're just going behind the one to the north. And if you're 1, 2, 5, and 6, and they spawn at D and B in this, I don't think these are where our markers are, but if they spawn at D and B here, 1, 2, 5, and 6 is going west. Just as because you can't just say north, because there's an extra iteration.
Okay. I don't think I have any problems identifying like toolbox number 2, like just using that as if it were the starting point, but it's when it's number 4 that it's just before it looks like how my mind think it should be.
Yeah, like that's the one that, I mean, yeah, if Thor's on this, I don't know if there's a way to make that easy to remember, but yeah, that is a spot where 1, 2, 5, and 6 would be behind the one at the northeast. But I don't know if there's a really good way to remember that other than just seeing it a bunch, because I think you get the concept. It's just like quickly identifying it and being like, oh, I need to go up there.
Yeah.
It's different.
I'm surprised somebody didn't make one of those like quiz, interactive quizzes that they do for like DRS or the Development.
I think there's a sim. There's got to be a sim for
There's
like.
a sim for Living Code and
does Mario
Win, I think.
Oh, it does Mario Kart. I mean, Mario Kart, like, the theory behind Mario Kart is kind of similar. It's just that we're all 8 together, so you have to do it twice as fast. That's basically the downside. The upside is that you don't have to think about this 1, 2, 5, 6 shit, like, right off the bat. You have to know your number, but you don't have to, it doesn't affect where you go. You all go to the north, basically. But you have to do the mechanic twice as fast, which is very, very difficult, at least in my opinion. I've done both. I think 1, 2, 5, 6 is easier. I've seen people who think Mario Kart's easier. You actually want to be next. You want to be next to 0 in that case. There's also a lot of people in wrong positions, but.
Oh.
So yeah, the people who aren't taking slashes, they want to be to the side of the person taking the slash, not the person getting, not the even person. They want to be next to the odd person, but just like way out. So if the odd person is here taking the slash, you want to be like here.
And you wait until you see the.
You wait until the slash, then you can like run into it once you see it.
Something I've noticed that might help if you're on the inner ring and you're about to do the mechanic, you should just be worrying about running forward constantly and not stopping waiting for it to hit you, and you should stop when you see Cruise Chaser appear behind you, because that's when you know that's about to go off. Because like if you wait so long that the ring is now catching up to you, it's going to blow up on you and then stall the people on the outside so they can't run past you as well.
Yeah. It's a pretty constant moving mechanic, where you shouldn't be stopping too much. Eventually you'll get to the point where you will stop because you'll just be ahead of everything, but... Yes, 4 explosions, 1 mid, 4 explosions, 1 mid.
The bait to start at the second portal or at the third one?
What's up?
The bait, the one to start at the second one or the third one, right? The 1, 2.
Yeah. It's like the third explosion goes off and then 1 and 2. It's kind of like at the same time. Because 3 and 4 are happening about the same time mid is getting hit. Because when 3 and 4 are hit, you pretty much have to stop because you'll actually catch up to it, and you have to wait for the middle one to go off because it'll continue the clockwise rotation after.
Yeah. This is better than mine.
On liquid. Make sure to try to catch up with him. Keep on. You know up to here. Yep. Right there. Now go to the outside.
No!
Now go mid and heal. Go mid and heal. Make it heal up. Make it heal up.
Alright!
Holy dude!
Generally speaking, I will take root when we go into the space. Then directly center. Oh wait, no, not directly center. Cross directly center.
Uh-oh. Happy.
What do we do?
I don't know what to
There's
do.
the chakrams. There they are.
Don't touch me, please. I beg you.
All right.
That was unfortunate.
There's a purple hammer above you. Yeah, you're a fucking Nisi. You had gamma Nisi.
I just remember the cannon.
What the fuck does that mean? It has a Nisi.
You see,
That Nisi is the worst mechanic in the game.
The
Let's
Nisis are the hard
go!
mechanic. The water and lightning isn't the hard mechanic. The Nisis are the hard mechanic. Because if you touch anyone with that Nisi, you infect them with that Nisi. And you need to pass the buff around the whole time. And if you touch, who's your partner? We'll set that up. Do we want to set that up now? What do we want to do?
I think we can start like having an idea where to. Maybe we just focus on
can just
getting clockwise.
pick
Where are
few
we gonna be?
spots, like,
Yeah, we should have clock spots. You want tanks and healers north-south, tanks north-south, healers east-west, DPS. You'd probably do standard stuff, right?
Okay.
Where I'd probably be like here because
Yeah. I
range.
think it's a little weird for melees, just because instead of focusing on clocks, you wind up, or instead of focusing on positionals, you just focus on having them both like on top of Brute Justice.
Yes. This clock is only for the spreads for the initial. Everything else, this clock position that we're doing here is literally for one mechanic. Other than that, you can ignore these clock positions.
The toolbox has the melees north,
Do they? Okay, we can do
just
that.
because they're gonna.
Because
go
that's where
with
Brute's
the-
going, right?
yeah, they're
You're
going
the
with,
Brute
like,
tank?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you normally have melees on Brute because he's a little bit thicker.
So we go on the plane.
Yeah, ranged will go on Cruise Chaser, and then melees will go on Brute Justice.
Yes. And there's times where we'll have to do a little bit of finagling, especially because I don't know when you're going to get really strong moves, though, for the shield, because we have to kill the shield super fast.
Yeah, it's
How long is the
Yeah,
fight?
it's either all DPS or all supports.
Yes, so the way these Nisis work is this. What's going to happen is we're going to, basically, when the phase starts, when he jumps down, we're all going to get healed and stuff, and we're going to go into the middle and go literally into these spots in the middle, like around that circle in the middle, right? We're going to be maybe a little bit further spread out than this, but not much. Because what's going to happen is there's a few things happening. Brute Justice is going to cast something. I don't care what it's called. I think it's called Link Up. And what it does is it's just a mechanic vomit. It doesn't really do anything immediately, but it places Nisis either on all DPS or all supports. So it's one of the two. And the goal for the entire phase of Brute Justice and Cruise Chaser is to keep those Nisis alive. They last around 35 seconds. Now, if you pass it to someone, they get it for those 35 seconds. You do not refresh your own buff. So if you pass it to, let's just say it's me and Shiro. Shiro has it, and he has it, and it's running out. It's at like 10 seconds, and he passes it to me. I get it for 35 seconds, but his is still 10 seconds. And he can't refresh his buff until his buff goes away completely. Okay? Now, we're going to have very, very, very well-defined times to pass. It will be, this is when you pass. The goal is to keep those debuffs alive, because at the end, we are going to get assigned random debuffs that we need by Brute Justice. So you have to just keep each one of the 4 alive. There's 4 different ones. We have to keep each of them alive so that at the end, we can all go to the buff that we need. We won't worry too much about that right now. Just know that that's the end goal. So you don't want to let Nisis expire. You want to pass them to your partner at specific times to keep them alive. The first partners we're going to do is all the DPS are going to rotate clockwise, okay, for our first pass. That pass happens later. It doesn't happen right away, I don't think. You go out, go in, pass, right? I'm almost positive.
I think it's chakrams, explosions, pass.
Yes. And then you go to your first water light.
Elements, missiles, enumeration pass? No. Elements, missiles.
During missile barrage, right after that is enumerations. And after enumerations, you pass. Then after that pass, you go to Water Lightning 2. Then you go to Shield Break. Water lightning. There's a whirlwind, which is just a filler mechanic. There's a flare thrower for after the second elements. There's the shield break, a whirlwind.
The third and fourth passes are a lot weirder. It's not just your clock partner. So I think we can worry about that once we're actually.
Yes, we're not even. The clock partner is only for the first one too. Later on, because it's after enumerations, you normally pass. You do some weird passes. And stuff.
After
We'll
enumeration, you don't do clock spots, but you still do the same partners. I think.
Yeah, it depends on the strat. We might. I haven't looked too deeply into.
Or
the
no,
strat
no,
for this
I'm
one,
looking
but-
at it wrong.
The big thing is this. The reason we have to be so close together at the beginning is that there's chakrams spawning. Those chakrams are baited onto 2 random people, and we won't ever know who they were baited on until they go off. So we all have to be towards the center. That way the chakrams are going to pass in an X through the middle. Or not an X. In this case, it's a line because there's only 2 chakrams, and they're always directly across from each other. So ideally, they just go right towards each other, and they don't hurt anyone. But what we then have to do is we have to go out and bait these giant circles from Cruise Chaser. So basically, the movement is we can't be touching anyone during this. That's one of the key things in all of Brute Justice and Cruise Chaser is you can't run into anyone unless you specifically want to run into anyone. And that's what makes that whole phase hard. So the beginning thing is we go here, we go to our clock spots, we get Nisis, we wait until the chakram spawn. Once the chakram spawn, we go out to our clock spots, like out to the edge of the arena. And if there's a chakram near you, you adjust. So if you go out and there's a chakram right next to you, you go out an entire like pizza slice. This is how far you'd want to go. If it was north-south, this is how far you go. Just in case there's a wild chakram from the other edge.
And then the timing for moving back in is just as soon as you see the chakrams go through the room, you run back in because it's going to be an explosion. on
Once
there.
you do that, you run back in and you run to your clock spot again inside, but not touching anyone. Because then there's going to be a photon, which Elena, you have to shield us. Because photon's going to bring us down to 1 HP.
And then the Nisis actually.
The DCs have an extremely weak dot. Extremely weak. And during most of the mechanics, you'll never think of it. But during that one, you will.
It's weak enough that it's less than 1 Prog shield, but it's strong enough that if you're at 1 health without a shield, it's going to kill you.
Yes. It is non-zero damage. But a basic shield, literally just a... You don't have to do any buffing shields or anything. You really just do a basic shield, and you'll live. And then after that, we have to go to our first water spot, which I want to say, is our first water spot D?
Yes.
We don't even have to worry about that right now. Honestly, we won't.
D and then C, right?
I think it's DCC.
Yeah. Because the one on C gets burnt up.
Oh, by the way, if you have one Nisi and you touch someone with an opposite Nisi, you both die.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you literally can't touch anyone during the phase unless you want to touch them.
We will retain shields if you...
Yes,
go before
you
focus.
drop. It literally just sets your hit points at 1, so you need to be shielded because right at the same time there's a dot tick. So it's just a check of, are you pre-shielded?
Yeah. All right.
And then you have to heal us up because there is damage coming out after that. But
We don't have to worry about it. We don't have to worry too much about all that right now, but...
no, as long as we know
to
the
know it just in
chakrams,
case.
know your clock spot, know where you're going, look for the chakrams, and try to dodge them. Because realistically, like we're a limit cut prog group. Make sure to use snacks. Well,
good.
You know, on liquid. I'm sorry, I should have just gone there. There was a puddle baited, I didn't know when the actual timing was for it. It's my bad, I could have just gone right through it.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah, that's
Give it 140.
yeah, there's like, yeah, it's exactly where you can stand is super fucking sketchy. It's kind of annoying.
I really wish I had Primal Ring so that anytime there was a doll meme, I could just dash to the doll and wipe us in spectacular fashion.
Like I said, doll memes aren't gonna stop. Don't you worry. They're here to stay. Oh, you went. You moved up too far too soon. No worries. Number 2 moved through. No, not
No.
you. Not you. It's fine. Yeah, so as the even number, you just gotta wait until he turns around.
That's my bad.
Shit happens. Not worry about it. We'll have dozens and dozens of deaths. All of us are gonna cause shitloads of deaths on Cut, so it's not an issue. Alright, everyone look north. You should be up here. You don't want to be in between them because the thing's creeping up on you. Oh, you were alone? Oh.
I think I misangled my dash again.
Yeah, it's pretty finicky because, like, where his center of his hitbox isn't necessarily what it looks like.
I'm scared of shooting the other group, but I think there's way more space than I realized. It's an entire, like, half of the arena where they are.
don't worry about that. Just try to aim it straight backwards. So if the person's in front of you, you can aim it straight backwards. And the other group should be, ideally, like, literally on the opposite end of the arena, right?
Yeah.
No. Oh shit. Oh. Come.
All on liquid. Have one more.
We are way behind.
Yeah, you really need to stay as close to it as possible. You need to be anticipating the next explosion. So when you see the explosion go off, you want to walk into it. It's already hit.
Yeah,
You were fine. Don't kind of
7, 8.
wet up a little bit too far. If you could be a little bit further up, like as close as you can be to not get hit is where you want to be. And as an even number, if you can, no, you don't have to necessarily stop. Actually, it doesn't really matter. He's already appeared. Other people should get the side of him. As what you don't want to do is move a lot, like left or right, because he will change his angle. Generally speaking, you can stop, and then you just want to, you just kind of want to, what am I thinking of saying? You want to sprint afterwards so you can catch up. Like sprint. Sprint's made to be used.
Why?
Oh! That's alright. But like, I would, whenever I'm about to take a hit from him, I sprint. Or generally, sometimes I don't anymore because I'm so used to the movement. But like, it's a good idea to sprint because that lets you catch up too. Dogs on liquid. here. I think I could have pointed mine a little bit better than that. Sorry.
It's just too far up.
No! Hey! Center here. Come on. You can do it.
You guys got this.
You survive until LB3.
Since you're gonna have different DCs.
Oh, you need to win the center.
And there's the chakrams are gonna come out.
Move. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, if you die with the lightning or water, you blow up, you kill everyone. We can do a few more pulls and then we'll call it. We're doing well. We've gotten there a few times. Not cleanly, but we said we wanted to die to getting stepped on. Some people were really into that kind of shit in fucking Final Fantasy, so. On with it. Everyone look north. Next one to get ready to wait though. Zero. Elena, get to the side. Yep. I'll get mid. Make a heal. Make a heal. Woo!
Oh, we're south, right?
Yeah, the ranger is southish.
We're trying to get by the...
Get close in onto your clock spots.
Yeah.
Go out now. Get away from your chakram. Go towards other people, but don't now get back in. Oh, you got hit by a chakram, and yeah, that's what happens when someone with the lightning dies. That's awesome. Scuffed clock spots. I don't give a shit about the clock spots that much. I give a shit about the limit cut. We had 2 people die. I'm assuming we just got clipped or something.
I got clipped by the last AoE.
Yeah, I got clipped.
Okay. Was it that you guys weren't really far up enough, or was it
I
just
think
that?
I wasn't far up enough and I got clipped by a knockback.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was really close. I was just right on the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we're doing way better than I thought we would do. I'm just gonna say it.
One more pull.
You can miss. You can If you're fourth, if you're looking at him, you don't get knocked back. If you're looking at him. You always want to get used to it because the knockback as the odd numbers might not seem bad, but with our wormhole strategy, you will not be able to. You will die because you'll get knocked into the wall. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that, like, fortunately, because it's basically the same mechanic, you kind of get to practice the timing now for a much harder version of it. Oh, I forgot to fucking... I didn't turn on hack today. On what? Act. All on liquid. Okay, everyone was going.
Oh! The
Yeah, we got behind too. Then go mid for heals. What? Oh. You guys can live. I believe in you. Just mega heal. Just watch the chakrams. Practice a little bit of the chakram movement. There's no reason not to.
Oh, you can use the lines as clock spots.
Yes, there's lines, but then you have to make sure to move for the chakram. Now, move in. Because there's the giant circles.
Boom.
Shield everyone for photon. Boom. Heal, this is when you would pass.
Pass it in.
And
If you've done Uwu, it's basically slipstream.
Yeah, it's
oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
slipstream.
that
Yeah,
makes,
it's exactly
that
the
makes
same.
sense. Okay.
You'll get spin crushed, don't you worry. What did you say killed us there? I was confused. I think we're gonna call it for tonight, by the way. On this last pull, we died from what's it called? There was just a stray slash. Oh, on the last Brute Justice Crusader. Oh, so what happened was someone got clipped.
I got clipped.
Yeah, someone got clipped
Oh, yeah.
by the chakram. And if you have a lightning or water debuff, if you die with it, it explodes and kills everyone. Here's what the lightning and water debuffs are. So you know how I said you can't touch anyone during the phase, or you basically wipe, which is true. The water debuff is a stack marker, and the lightning debuff is a two-person stack marker. We need to share it with one other person.
Basically, another Nisi.
What's up?
The lightning's basically another Nisi.
Kind of. I mean, I
Except
guess
it
it just
doesn't,
passes from one to another, but you can't pass it
Yeah.
right back.
It's
The stacks are
basically like-
the stacks are actually about as big as most stack markers are. People don't know this, but stack markers are really
Yeah.
big in this game.
they're big enough that 3 people can stand in it comfortably and not be in contact with each
No,
other.
you usually have 4 people. You usually have like if you have the stack marker on 4, it depends on the strat. I didn't look at. I've looked at the Brute Justice Chaser strat because I'll be honest, I didn't think we were getting through it. I didn't think we were getting through Limit Cut at all. But so I barely looked at it. I just fucking
Yeah, the
ripped it
first
from
one
UCR.
is 4, second one is 3, it seems.
Yeah. We'll have to worry about Mitt and stuff because the 3 stack ones get a little sketchy, but you can just reprisal Brute during them or like Addle Brute during them.
This is one of those phases that makes this fight really, really difficult to like PF just because if you can't play your main role, everything in phase 2 is completely different.
Yes.
It's nowhere near the same fight.
The reasons this fight is really hard in PF are Hands of Pain. We haven't had a lot of issues with Hands of Pain, which is shocking to me because most groups do. At least in my experience.
biggest-
So like the consistency GCD for GCD in the first phase is extremely important. That you basically don't change much because the thing is if the hit points, like I will say we're not being very dangerous with our, like we could kill Liquid faster if we were more dangerous with the hand, but I don't see why not. Our consistency has been amazing so far when living Liquid, like ridiculously good. So we're doing really, really well. The consistency here will pay off, and like if you're worried about like, oh, I could get more damage out, we have the damage, so don't even worry about it. Consistency will get you through the fight. Trying to eke out damage will not. It will make you stuck here forever. So this fight is 100% about consistency. The only time we need to push damage is Perfect Alex. There's only one damage check in this fight that matters, and it's Perfect Alex.